create the stories that I want to create, get good at art, because I do other things too. Like I do graphic design stuff. I do logos. I have some ideas for like some t-shirt designs. There's just so much creativity that I have had these ideas, but I haven't been able to put them to use because I haven't had the skills to make them come out. And using GIMP is okay. I know that there are better ways. I have made some t-shirts in the past, and they turned out okay. They turned out a little faded. It might have been the place that I ordered them from, but I want to give them a better shot. Sorry, I'm looking all around and I'm not doing much down here. And so, sorry, I'm moving that. I don't want too much glare. That's kind of just where I am right now with that. I know that this has been more me talking than drawing. But I really haven't had, like I said, I got interrupted in that last my last stream where I was kind of explaining some of this stuff. See, I drew all the hair here, and the one that I was looking at had kind of similar, but this is just, ugh, I don't know, my hair is horrible. We'll have to try that one again. So that's kind of where I'm at in my thinking, and basically that, you know, that's something. Streaming is something that I want to do. I'm in a position, like I said, to learn the things that I want to learn, and honestly, I don't have $1 million to like just be like, okay, I'm gonna buy this new computer, I'm gonna get all these programs, I'm just gonna just sit here and do that. I'm not in a position to do that. I have been saving money. I was working at a bookstore that closed down, so like, and I'm short a little bit of money on my computer. I'm saving, so I'm doing whatever I can to get the money to finish off that build. I really wanted to do some gaming streaming, but the last game that I was playing was League of Legends, and I have a love-hate relationship with that game. And the thing with League of Legends is it's very time-consuming. It's a free game, and I love it, right? The problem is, I think this needs to go back more, almost like this, and then this can come here, and then this will go down like this, and then this is the jawline, and then that goes like that, and then this kind of goes over the ear, this kind of comes down. What was I saying? Yeah, so I'm just kind of, and I figured that if I could do some little bit of streaming with my current setup, which I have, like, video games just aren't that appealing to me anymore. Especially with Dungeons & Dragons. Like, I'd rather play Dungeons & Dragons than play video games. I'd rather do art than play video games. And as I get older, I'm realizing that I want to cut out the things. A motto that I've kind of recently picked up is produce more, consume less. So, like, if I want to watch, like right now, Jessica Jones just came out on Netflix. That's, I don't even know how many episodes, 15 episodes, somewhere around there. That's 15 hours of watching TV, and plus, like, I watch The Walking Dead, I watch Flash, I watch Arrow, and these are like, to watch these things is taking time away from the things, is taking away from me producing stuff. And what I mean by producing is like being creative, doing art, creating videos, creating logos, just creating. Producing can mean other things too, right? Like I'm going to the gym, like I might be consuming energy, but I'm like producing like I'm producing muscle, right? I'm getting stronger. I'm getting producing energy for myself for the future. So just like taking TV out, taking out games that I don't want to play. There's just, I don't reconsume things. I like reading, so like I can't read all the books that I want to read, watch all the TV shows that I want to watch, play all the video games that I want to play. Plus, I have to do the things that I have to do on top of, okay, now I want to learn to draw. And I want not learn to draw, I've already been drawing, but I want to get better at drawing. I want to get better at digital painting. I want to get better at graphic design, and I know that by drawing, my graphic designs will get better. And I want to, just these things, like, in order for me to really learn, I have to apply hours to getting better. I have to apply hours to my personal life and my family life, and entertainment is obviously the easiest thing to pull from, right? Like, to cut out. So like TV, okay, you're gonna go. Like, I've already started cutting out watching like useless shows. Like, a lot of times I would just kind of surf the TV, especially before bed. Like, I would just kind of surf the TV, see what's on, if there were, and then sometimes I would just watch dumb stuff, even though there was other shows that I wanted to watch, just because I didn't feel like at that time I wanted to watch that show. And see, like, I just don't like how hair is. But this is why we're practicing. And that's kind of where I am, is just cutting out things that are in my way, which they might be enjoyable, but there's other things that are more enjoyable, and I should be doing that. I'd rather do. So that's kind of where I'm at with my thinking. So I don't know if I'm going to stream any games. I think that I would rather stream some D&D sessions with some friends, if I could get some friends together that wanted to play. I'd like to, and I'm going to be honest and say that I like D&D a lot, but it's kind of fueled what I'm doing with this stuff now. And I'd almost say that creating my own stories and putting them on paper, whether it be in text or on a digital canvas or on real paper with a pencil, I'd almost say that creating these stories is just as good for me, because if I get together, like, I gotta put a lot of time into prepping to get together with a group and play with them. And not that I try to railroad my players, like, I try to give them the freedom of choice as much as I can, so that they can help create the story that I'm in. But sometimes sometimes the story doesn't go the way that I want it. So on these mediums, they go the way that I want, the way that I choose them to be. I mean, within my skill level, obviously, but even not in my skill level, like this is a dungeon from the book or the novel that I just wrote. Like, I've never written something that long. Like, this is huge. Like, now I have to go through and read this, because my process is discovery writing. So I went in with the idea, the town drawn, and the D&D idea that I had, but I didn't know what the character was going to be. I had no idea what. It just kind of came to me, and then I just kept going with it and running with it. And so, like, now I want to go back and read it and be like, okay, how did this turn out? Is it worth it? Because there's a lot of stuff in there where I'm like, hey, I feel like I'm repeating myself, and I could do this a better way. But in a YouTube video that I was watching about writing fantasy, he talked about practicing in the medium that you want to do it. Like, don't write short stories if that's not what you want to do. Like, write novels if you want to write novels. The only way you're going to get good at writing novels is practicing writing novels. Writing 1 or 2 chapters isn't going to help you write a fantasy novel, right? Like, I have to write fantasy novels in order to get better at writing fantasy novels. So they got to be full stories, and then I can look back and say, okay, I could have did this better. And just another process of trying to get better at everything. And that's just another thing, you know, like if I'm just trying to produce more and not worry about, all right, this needs to come down. And then we have like the ear here. See, this is really icky. Like, I feel like these progressively got worse. Actually, this one's not as bad. I mean, the face isn't as good, but the hair feels better than this does here. Like, so this comes down. So yeah, like, I know how I say and like a lot. I say basically a lot too, which I don't know if I have this time, but I say a lot of words a lot, and they're just filler words that I gotta cut out. Again. Yeah, that's kind of my situation right now and what I'm trying to do. So remember, so like this right here is supposed to be the part line, so you gotta remember it wraps. Things wrap around your head because your head's round. Basically what I've been trying to get at is just, you know, in order to create more, I have to cut things out. In order to get better, I have to keep doing it. I have to produce more and consume less. There probably is a better way to say that because I'm using paper right now, right? I'm using lead, I'm consuming. But I don't want to be a consumer. That's the thing. I don't want to consume television. Like I'm consuming all these other stories that aren't mine. Like I am choosing to let my stories go to the wayside to consume somebody else's stories. And what if I have what if I write the next Game of Thrones or something? Like that's like I'm giving up masterpieces because I want to consume somebody else's masterpiece. And that doesn't make sense to me, especially as a business-minded person. Like I just can't, it doesn't make sense to me to throw away skills that I have and not develop them, or just whatever. Like I just can't. This hairstyle kind of turned out okay. It's flat here, I think. It feels flat. Yeah. So I just kind of want to cut out consuming things that are just wasting my time. Now, obviously, wasting time is a good down, like going hanging out with my friends. That's, it's like relaxing, it's resting. Sometimes it's not, but you know, you gotta get out and you gotta do things. Sometimes, not all the time. And then that's like, I think like television consuming could be organized better. Because right now I haven't been reading. I didn't read